guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our test server and we are looking at the Bountiful Trials of Palmer. Now overall guys, it seems like he is going to be very broken with not only the energy regeneration, but the crit damage and the crit damage amplification is really going to drive an incredible amount of damage in here. Didn't really have a chance to test him out. The big reason is testing him out as a support hero is super hard to do. We're going to have to get into some boss fights, really see exactly where he's going to fall into formations. And then we're going to have to kind of build him out and feel him out kind of from there. Because again, it's very hard to really use him when you can't take him outside of the guild formations in the difficulty of doing that. So first formation, guys, we're going to be looking at Leica and we're going to be looking at Granite. Interesting combination here. We're going to be running some new support and Audrey. So again, looking at this formation, guys, we're going to get buffs and energy from Salakai right here. We're going to get crit damage amplification energy right down here from Palmer. And of course, we have very, very strong guys. Audrey is one of the heroes that just does an incredible amount of damage. And look at the aura around Palmer. This is the aura that you want these heroes to stay in. You can see even there with Salakai, guys, the burning damage that they do within this formation is incredible. Absolutely incredible, with 2 buffers in here. 7 million damage right off the top. Even 3 million there from Leica, which is our first battle. So now we're going to go top right, and it's going to be the exact same formation. So running the same one. Again, this is really relying on Audrey just amplifying the damage. Now, I think this is also going to happen when you look at Scarlet. When you look at a couple other heroes, I feel like Palmer is just going to be able to crush damage with these heroes, guys. I really feel like it's going to be incredible with the amount of damage that these heroes are going to put out. And I also think a hero like Scarlet running within the Lightbearer tower is, if you have an opportunity to essentially have Scarlet do 20 bolts and every one of the bolts crit, it's going to be pretty broken. So moving down around to the right, this one we are going to use Lorzen and we're going to use Oku. So we're actually going to copy these and go through here. We're going to use Valoris, again, a very, very strong hero. And then Fane as the back one, keeping him in the very bottom. But again, this is going to, of course, amplify the damage that Valoris is putting out. And she already does a crazy amount of damage. And I like the combination of Fane to keep all of those heroes right to the back. But again, Valoris has the big damage amplification, 3.23, which if you look kind of in comparison, so Audrey was doing 7 million, Valoris is doing 3.3, kind of a different build with the damage that they put out. But overall, guys, it works. We even do have the link between, and you'll see it right there. We have the link that is going up because of Lorzen. Lorzen also applies some of the damage amplification with that inner sight that he puts on there. And there is Valoris, guys. Again, I think Palmer is going to be broken. I really do feel like he is going to be a very, very strong buffer. We're just going to have to see exactly how broken. All right, so our final one here is going to be a combination. So we're going to put Sonya and Thisu. Now, if you haven't built Thisu, guys, very strong. We have Tarnos in here. Palmer is going in the bottom, and we're putting Maro in here for the crowd control. Tarnos is a hero that I have not built, but I know he does incredibly well. So he'll drop the pillar, then he teleports to that specific pillar. And of course, guys, we have Sonya in here for the damage mitigation with the roses, which you can see right up there on Palmer. Thisu does a lot of damage as well. Thisu also does have a very heavy AoE damage mechanic. He has crowd control, he has the poison. So looking here, guys, 3.7. As you can see, guys, frontline Thisu putting out the most damage, 3.79 million. Then, of course, Tarnos putting out quite a bit. And even with the nerfed Sonya in there, doing the exact same. So sliding over to the right, exact same formation, guys. They make these pretty easy to test out the new heroes. And there's the aura again, guys. You can see how big this aura is. If you're putting him in the middle of the formation, the aura should cover everybody. But of course, if they go on the enemy side, the aura is not going to cover them. But again, thinking of a couple heroes like running Scarlet in combination with Rosaline, in combination with Palmer, is going to be a very, very strong combination to be able to stack those. Even putting a hero like Sonya in front where they're going to do the damage mitigation would work incredibly well. So that'll do it for the Arena of Trials, guys. The Bountiful Trials of Palmer. Very easy to get through this one. Most of the heroes, it is pretty easy to get through nowadays. I'm going to show just kind of my skills and abilities that he has and what I'm kind of thinking, because the key ones of this, guys, is of course right here, crit damage amplification and physical or magical pierce. Now that is going to amplify the damage that the units are doing. In addition, the crit rate bonus up here is going to be very, very strong. Now looking at the sacred scripture, this is the energy. So this is where he's actually going to be increasing the energy restored by precepts to 120 points. This is why they have referred to him as kind of the Rowan 2.0. Is looking in here, guys, he is going to have that energy reduction or that energy amplification buffer in there, which I definitely like. Then of course, Horizon, start of the battle, he becomes immune to control. And in here, guys, the attack rating and defense rating of nearby ally heroes by 3 and 3% of the initial attack rating and defense. So the higher you build out Palmer, not only the crit damage amplification, the attack rating, and the defense. So kind of a Strilda kind of aspect in there. Then you can see as we go down here, boom, he has a really big heal that is going on every 1 second. Heals nearby allies for 100% of the attack rating and adds 1 stack of faith. As the faith gets stronger, he gets stronger in turn. Then of course, divine defense is a debuffer. So there's actually a big debuffer in here, reducing the attack rating and energy recovery rate by 30 and 30% respectively, which is the punishment for this. Now you combine it with the signature item. This is the other one. He will increase the crit rating of all ally heroes by 10 plus 40% of his base crit. So that means the higher that you build up his base crit is going to go over those 10 points, which is going to further amplify the damage. Then of course, the crit rating exceeds the enemy's crit block rating by at least 100 points. Damage dealt will be increased by 1% up to 40%. Now, when it comes to bosses, I don't think the bosses have a very high crit block rating. I also think in the campaign earlier, I don't think, again, the crit block rating is that high. So you could do a very big damage amplification factor in here when it comes to the bosses, which is the reason why a lot of players are going to build them out. Then, of course, the furniture. After he's praying any excessive energy he accrues will be saved. Next time he uses the ultimate, he will recover the saved energy over the next 5 seconds. So he is his own energy battery with that. And then when he prays or uses the ultimate, the divine light the divine light will be cast sacred scripture on the behalf automatically, which is this one, guys, giving that amplification and also this energy regeneration, which again makes him pretty darn broken as a hero. It's about time, guys, that the Lightbearer got some love. Scarlet was really the last one that we seen, which was a considerable amount of time. So definitely a solid support for the Lightbearers. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.